the next video we're gonna watch is called Star Citizenship Piracy 5 Solo Ship Jack. This is from Hannah, who we played Jumptown with yesterday and is on Mongrel Squad. So Mongrel Squad has a YouTube channel, but I didn't know that Hannah had her own. And this is somebody that I competed against in Fight or Flight as well, and was had a really, really good showing. Really, really good showing. So let's go ahead and watch the Solo Shipjack. In case you didn't know, this is how you open doors.
Hi everyone, this is Xperia888 here, and early this morning I got a pretty interesting solo hit on a freelancer carrying Quantinium. So I thought I'd make it into a video since I haven't had many hits this week in Mongrel Squad. I'm going to try a different type of format, at least where there's no interesting action happening on screen, where I'll narrate what's happening, previously happened, and what I'm thinking at that time. So no matter how well you plan,
a little quiet.
Star Citizen is always down to emotion gameplay, play interaction, your own skill, and chance. And the interactions as well as PvP content that I have with players was what drives me to do this kind of gameplay, as well as the profits, of course. So
yeah, let me try and raise it. Give me a second. I mean, I have it boosted.
The lead up to this hit is that I found a missed freelancer max at Arca 1. It's an ore refinery station that miners operate out of to mine ore, then come back and refine into valuable
I'm gonna pause alerts
the cities and outposts.
Because I think they might be like super loud.
I started my recording after I scanned it, as I was in a little bit of a rush to get my snare set up to catch him. The freelancer had around 80 SU of Quantinium, which comes out to around 700,000 UAC in profits when sold at Area 18, which is the logical place to sell Quantinium coming from Arca 1. At this point, I've set up the snare, and I'm now waiting for the freelancer to jump to Arc Orb. The RSI Mantis, the ship that I'm using in this video, has a quantum enforcement device, a powerful weapon capable of ripping ships out of quantum travel and leaving them in deep space, where I can keep them from running or quantum traveling away without being disturbed by law enforcement or any bounty hunters after me. I'm trying a different strategy in this hit, as I'm playing solo and want to be able to complete 3 main objectives: snare the target, disable the ship, board, and take over the ship. The whole time though, I attempt to call the pilot just to...
Okay. Right now, she's talking about the fact that she's solo, she's using this ship, but I didn't know that you rip the ships out of quantum effectively with this. Like, if I remember in its initial testing, it was super hard. And the part that she skipped over so far is, how do you even line up with any sort of trade lanes?
To get her to pay, however he used global chat instead of accepting my calls, as you'll see. Unfortunately, there was a lot of salt and name calling in global, which I don't mind seeing, but I'd rather not show it in a YouTube video, so I've chosen to blur it just in case. Anyways, let me know what you think of this new format in the comments, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll roll the video.
I'm assuming she has distortion? Yeah. So she's gonna shut the shields off and all the components with all this distortion damage.
Snaring a target is the easy part of Piracy. What comes next, in the form of disabling a ship, is the harder part.
In a solo Mantis is very hard.
Weapons, known as Sucker Punch XLs. Powerful cannons that draw power from a ship's systems till its components drain and shut down. For a brief period afterwards, the ship will be disabled and unable to perform system checks.
The ship is still on, as you can see.
Weapons, but most importantly, powered thrusters.
But once the shields go down, it's going to turn off very quickly, I think.
Has only recently been viable, and using them in an RSI Mantis is a risky idea, as it leaves you with no lethal weapons except for missiles. However, this freelancer doesn't try to fight back, and instead flies in a straight line, allowing me to get some good shots on the components of the ship, where I finally disable him. Apparently in
you can see
ships start to slow down to a whole one.
So this is the moment they're disabled. You could see it right on the MFD here. All the power just turns off.
Disabled. However, it can take quite a long time, and frequently a target either pays or self-destructs before they stop. However, my current target is reasonably stubborn and refuses to do anything. You may think I'll get bored and leave him alone, or not have the capacity to kill him due to my not having lethal weapons.
But you got to keep the distortion on, otherwise the engines will eventually turn back on. But he can also turn off the shield systems, everything. That's why at the intro of the video, there was no shield popping when he was shooting, or when she was shooting the doors. So this was called Piracy number 5. I forgot the name, Shipjacker or something like that. This is from Hannah. Hannah played Jumptown with us yesterday, as well as was on Meyer's team in the Fight or Flight, and is part of the Mongrel Squad, like the piracy group in Star Citizen. Like hyper RP piracy, they're really good. Yeah, exactly, Dingo. And you just have to wait. But the ship slowly comes to a stop.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Repeat. Can you hear me? Hello. If you can hear me, say something in direct message or global chat or VoIP, I don't mind. I just need confirmation that you can hear me.
It sounds like they're trying to talk. And you see, she'll shoot occasionally just to ensure. Yeah, and she knows exactly how much cargo they have, and of what, and knows the value of it.
You copy?
And it becomes easier and easier to hit, so... But it's slowing down. And again, I think the person is responding, but they're... She's blocking the
I snared and disabled the target, and even got him in call, but each time he said he doesn't want to pay or negotiate. At this point, it's probably a good idea to just kill the target and move on to another hit, but I wanted to try a new tactic for solo piracy, so I left him alive and baited him to slow down to 0 meters per second.
Well, how did you bait him? I thought oh. Fired a missile. Another missile? That's risky. Look at the front nose, it's so red. Anything with explosion damage is doing permanent component damage right now, yeah. It looks like it's slowed down. As quiet as this is, and as better edited this could be. This is something that I am so interested in. The more and more and more I play, the more and more and more I want to get away from being a miner and a cargo hauler and all these things to being a pirate that also does these things, that also does like the mining and cargo hauling for the group. But yeah, I just want to try this stuff. I want to do this stuff. I'm like 40, I'm not a miner anymore. It's true. So I should probably just be a pirate then, right? With that logic? I mean, there's no chance this thing is turning on anytime soon. With the amount of distortion that's been put into it. Here we go. So, BR2 shotgun to open the rear. I mean, the speed at which Hannah got out of the ship and got in that is insane.
Alright, you get out of the seat, you're dead, okay? You hear me? You see me? I want you to send me...
Oh, shit.
Right, you still got a chance, okay? You promise to pay me, I'll rev you and let you go.
Yep, they decided to respawn at the hospital. So what do you do with the ore? This is the most interesting part. Hannah now has control of this ship. But how do you sell...
Finally warning him not to, the pilot got out of his seat and I noticed he had a firearm on him, so I decided to shoot to incapacitate so I can make my demands without risk of him shooting me unexpectedly. Almost immediately after I incapacitate him though, holds back space to respawn at the station hospital. The only choice I have left to make money now is to attempt to ransom his ship back to him, but he denies, claiming he would rather lose almost 1 million credits instead of paying me. It's perfectly valid to do that and I don't hold anything against him, but it's a shame as it means neither of us get profits, at least until the cargo effect. At which point, hits like these will net us way more than they do now, and the targets won't be able to deny us profit by logging out, not paying the ransom, or self-destructing. However, it's important to mention that in terms of practice, gameplay theory, and pushing emerging gameplay in Star Citizen, this hit was a great success in my opinion. Anyways, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed this new format. Please leave feedback in the comments below and let me know what you think of piracy and Star Citizen in general.
I love it. I think there's some editing and being more comfortable on the microphone that can happen, and that will come with time, Hannah. But that is a very cool video. It's a little sad there was nothing at the end, but the process is what mattered there. And yeah, one thing I'd like to see CIG do is that when all the components turn off, maybe the momentum of the ship slows down faster. And then, my goodness, the boarding action was just absolutely insane. And yeah, like I really enjoyed that. And every time I watch a Mongrel Squad video, it inspires me to want to do more piracy. But all right, let me link the video to you guys so you can go ahead and subscribe and show some love as well, because that was very cool and another friend in the Star Citizen community that we should help out.